I haven't said this in a long time. Very good. Aviel remembers. You want to say it? 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago is further away from everybody here than 1,000,000 years from now. Think about that. 5 minutes ago, forget about 5 minutes ago, 5 seconds ago is further from you than 1,000 years from now. Why? Yeah, Avram, yeah. Think of it. Yichab? What's pshat? Why? Because you'll never, ever, ever get 5 minutes ago. It's over. It's done. It's done. 2 minutes ago is done. Let alone when you were 7 years old. It's done. It's done. Last year, it's done. Yesterday is done forever. 1,000 years from now, I could create 1,000 years from now. I could create tomorrow. I could create myself. I could create myself. If a minute ago is further than 1,000,000 years from now, so what am I hanging on to? Who is that person who I'm hanging on to? Who is that story? What is that story of that person? Am I that person who is labeled? Many of us were labeled as a kid. You're labeled as dyslexic. You're labeled with a learning disability. You're labeled as wild. You're labeled as whatever you were labeled. This is who you are. When a person takes his life in his hands and he says, I am able to renew myself. I am able to be whoever it is that I want to be, that I can be, and there's nothing stopping me. There's nothing stopping me. There's nothing stopping me. You want to go to medical school? Now, I'm not saying there aren't fears. You want to become a tzaddik? I'm not saying there aren't fears. I'm not saying there aren't things that are difficult, but I think one of the biggest difficulties, Valdik. Simcha Rabba. Oh, let's get rid of Simcha Rabba. One of the greatest difficulties. Simcha Rabba would love to hear some comments. I'd love to hear comments from everybody here. One of the greatest things that a person can do for himself. One of the greatest things that you can do for yourself. One of the greatest things you could do for yourself is recognize that 5 minutes ago, yesterday, is done, is finished. It doesn't exist. And if I could live my life starting now on a different note, if I could start my life, if I could dream the dreams that I want to dream, that I want to live, how would I live today? How would I live tomorrow? How would I dress? How would I feel? Now again, I'm not talking about practical ways to get there. I think the first step is for a person to say, Ha'avar ayin. The past is the past. And it was whatever it was, and it's over. It's over. There's nothing I can do about my past. The greatest thing you could do for your past. And then I'm going to say a story that I would love to hear from Reb Simcha Rabba. Yehuda has something to say. Listen to the story. I want to share. It's one of my favorite stories. They say the Vilna Gaon, everyone's heard of the Gra, he once bumped into, I've said this story before, he bumped into somebody who is known to be a wicked person in the city, who desecrated anything holy, was totally disconnected from Judaism, from Yiddishkeit, from anything. He was a very negative person for Judaism, for anything holy, anything. And the Vilna Gaon saw him once in the market. And that person went ahead and was ready to take a bite out of an apple. And the Vilna Gaon said to him, did you make a bracha? Did you make a bracha? And the person, the mummer, that's what he was called, the mummer, Somebody who was totally denied God, denied Yiddishkeit, denied everything. And he laughed at the Gra. He says, you're telling me I didn't make a bracha on the apple? I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Shabbos. I don't believe in anything. You're telling me to make a bracha on an apple? So the Vilna Gaon said, listen to this. He said, your now is the same as my now. Just because you did whatever you did the last 50 years, the last 60 years, just because you did what you did the last 20 years, does not mean that your life now has to be any different than my life now. A lot of times we look, what ended up happening? This person ended up happening. What happened is he ended up coming closer to Hashem, becoming someone who said, whoa, maybe my whole thing, as we said, the Yetzer Hara just wants me to look at my past. Aveira, what you've done, you're dirty already, you're disconnected already, you already ruined it, you're already labeled, you failed. The tzaddikim teach us that one of the greatest motivators of life is that I can change now. I can change myself. I have that ability to change. I have within me that ability to let go of my past and to say, I don't want to live the way I lived till yesterday, till 2 days ago, last year, 2 years ago. I want to create myself whatever future I want to create for myself, no matter what I've been through.